Welcome and thank you so much for being on with me this evening. And it's so fun. Hi, Sharon. It's fun to see people on here that I may not have actually been able to connect with in person or meet you in person, and to see your faces in here. Can you guys hear me okay? I will go ahead and mute everybody, but let me know if you can hear me okay. All right. So everybody's muted. We should be good. Will someone let me know if you can hear me okay? Well, hopefully you can hear me. Hello, hello, hello. You can hear me. Okay, perfect. All right. So I'm just going to start and tell my story. You know, this is a training that I've done several times. And for me, it's like I had this reignited passion with doing this particular training right now. And I started to tell my story a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and tell it again. You know, 10 years ago, the recession, you know, our economy was in a recession then. And, you know, I was just saying my husband and I were fairly newlyweds. You know, we got married in 2007. So, you know, I started doTERRA 3 years later. I had just had my first baby. You know, we had gone to school, graduated, gotten bachelor's degrees. And I remember feeling so discouraged that we were not earning an income that I wanted to earn. And it was, you know, it was very humbling. You know, I was cleaning my grandma's house and earning $10 a week, not an hour, but a week. I mean, it was definitely, it only took me like an hour, but I wasn't making very much money with that. And I just remember thinking, why in the world did I just go to school and work so hard to have this be my lifestyle? And my friend Teresa Harding came to me, and I was just telling her I was really struggling with anxieties. And I just said, you know, I'm sick and tired of being anxious. And she said, have you ever thought about using essential oils? And I was like, you know, I have thought about using oils before. I think I'm very interested in learning more about them. I definitely would be interested in that. And she said, well, that's awesome. And then she was telling me about the business side, and I totally blew her off. I rolled my eyes, literally rolled my eyes, because she was showing me how I could make $1,500 within a month, which, by the way, I did not earn $1,500 within a month. I didn't start doing that for a couple of years. But I'm so glad I hung in there with this business. So what I'm going to do tonight is continue to tell you a little bit more of my story. I'm going to show you the business opportunity with doTERRA, and then I'm going to show you a really cool, fun challenge that I'm going to do for builders, and it can be old and new, starting on April 1st. So on Monday, I will announce the very specifics of it, and I'm going to announce the prizes, and one of the prizes is going to be incredible. You're going to die when you see the prize. So for whoever wins the builder challenge. And I don't want you to think that just because maybe you're a certain rank that you'll have an edge on winning this, because that's not necessarily the case. This is all going to be what you're able to do and come up with on your own. So anyway, I'm going to explain that in just a minute, but I just wanted to tell you my story for those of you who are not familiar with it. So I started doing this business, you know, I started using the oils because I was tired of being anxious. And you know, I have been asked this many times, like, what made you really decide to build? Because I had no vision when I very first started doing this. I didn't believe in myself to even achieve the rank of silver. And I'll show you that rank in just a few minutes. But I had zero belief in myself to ever achieve any sort of success in doTERRA. I had never done network marketing. It wasn't even something that was on my radar to even do. Like, I wasn't interested in doing network marketing. My husband told me absolutely not, but yet I started to share. I remember literally handing, they've renamed this kit a million times. It's currently the Healthy Start kit, but when I started, it was the Dr. Mom kit. And I remember handing it to my friend Cheyenne and saying, here, try these. I'm not quite sure how to use them, but I think you'll like them. You know, Cheyenne's now a diamond on my team, and I slowly enrolled other people that have become very successful with doTERRA as well. But I was very passionate about sharing with people, and I did turn it into a 7-figure-a-year business, meaning that, you know, this year we will make 7 figures in doTERRA. But that's not something that was even on my radar. So I want to show you the business opportunity with doTERRA real quick. So my first year, I kind of didn't have a lot of belief in myself to be successful. And then by year 2, I just thought, so year after being enrolled, I thought, you know what? I want to make my house payment or my car payment every month. My car payment was like a little less than $300. I'm like, I want to make my car payment, because we were so tight financially. And I remember driving, I signed up for some builders in Boise, Idaho, and I lived in Idaho Falls, so it was about 4 hours apart. And I remember driving, and I remember thinking in between the two, and I remember thinking, I'm making $1 an hour. Why in the heck am I doing this? This is such a waste of my time. But I continued to do it. And then I started making $2 an hour. So it's great. But that second year, about 6 months into the year, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to do this. I really want to start making my house payment too. So between my car payment and my house payment, I needed to make $1,000 a month. We live very humbly. And so I started making about $1,000 a month. And then I thought, I'm going to go for this. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go big. I don't know what that's going to look like exactly. I don't know that I'll ever really reach the top rank, but I'm going to go for the rank of diamond. And that's where the average diamond in doTERRA makes $17,000 a month. And I set my sights on diamond, and I made it happen. I did it the month I had my twins. I was very excited about it. But I want to just briefly talk about this build guide. And then I want to talk more about what to expect from this new builder challenge. And so I'm going to intertwine, I need to share my screen with you guys. I'm going to intertwine this build guide with my personal story as well. Okay, so you guys can see my screen okay? Will someone tell me if you can see my screen? Just shoot me a quick chat if you can see my screen, because, okay.
We can see your screen.
Oh, thank you. Okay. You're awesome. I'm having a hard time. Normally it has a green line around it. So this is a guide that doTERRA released several years ago that just goes through the business opportunity with doTERRA. Oh, I was halfway cut off. Sorry about that. And it goes through and tells a story about a man, and many of you guys have seen this before, so bear with me because I am going to tie this into what we're going to be doing. And I think that right now that this may ring truer for many of you, where, unfortunately, our economy, we have no idea what's going to happen. It's kind of the daily guessing game of when are we going to be allowed to go back to work? When are things going to return to normal? Is it going to be months? Is it going to be, how long is it? Weeks, months? I mean, we just don't know. But I think a lot of people have learned very quickly that they don't want to work for somebody else anymore because they learned how quickly their income could be shut off. And maybe you do work for yourself and maybe your income has still been shut off, but I want to talk about the beauty of a residual income. So we always tell the story of hauling buckets versus creating a pipeline in doTERRA. And you'll hear this all the time. Oh, they got a new job, they're hauling buckets. And basically what that refers to is the story of a guy who hauled buckets of water for a living. Every day he hauled water from the nearest source to his village miles away. If he wanted to make more money, he would simply work longer hauling more buckets. Now, his job would have been considered essential, just so you know, because water is essential, as we've learned with water being stocked out. But after many years, he got weary of hauling buckets. The inspiration came if he used his spare time to build a pipeline, he could eventually be free from hauling buckets. So he labored diligently for a few years to build a pipeline. The day he turned on the spigot, everything changed. He successfully created an unlimited supply of water and improved a lifestyle for the villagers and himself. And he had an abundant financial pipeline. Okay, so I signed up for doTERRA in 2010, right? We were so poor. We were living off $1,700 a month. That made our house payment, we had private insurance, that made our house payment, our insurance. We didn't have a car payment at that time. But I had my first baby, and I canned food that I grew in my garden. That is like how poor we were. It wasn't because I was trying to be natural and have organic food. It was because I wanted to be able to eat, period. And we didn't have very much money. May rolled around and I received a job doing, so I signed up in January, right? End of January, beginning of February. And I kind of dabbled in doTERRA. I was like, yeah, see, I don't have what it takes to be successful at this. This is just not me. I don't know. I'm not a salesperson. I don't know anybody. I'm 27 years old. Like, who is going to listen to me? And I got a job working at a college transcribing for deaf students. And it was a great job. I made $20 an hour, but I had to leave my daughter at home with my husband, which was fine. He's great to take care of her, but it was hard. And then if I wanted to earn more money, I'd work more hours. So it was kind of the idea of hauling buckets. And I didn't have the oomph and the belief in myself to just be to hit it hard with doTERRA yet. It's like I had to gradually ease into it. But then I figured out how to do the exact same job. I was making $20 an hour. I learned how to do that same job working remotely, earning $40 an hour, $40 an hour. And I was like, this is so great. But again, if school was out of session or it was Christmas or Thanksgiving break, I wasn't earning any money. And so it was hard because I was like, this is great money. And it did change our lifestyle, but I always had to work. And every semester I was panicked, making sure I could get my hours and get my classes. In September of 2011, I was tired of battling infertility. I'd had one baby, but I just couldn't get pregnant. And I'm like, something is wrong. Something's different this time. Like, I'm not getting pregnant. And I decided to do IVF. And I got pregnant with twins. And I found I literally was leaving. doTERRA does an annual convention every single fall where they release new products. All the owners, you get to see the owners, you'll hear them speak. You get a good idea of doTERRA's mission and vision. You get to hear from different doctors, different scientists. It's a very inspiring event. And this was my first time going. I was a silver. And I was leaving in the mornings to go do these blood draws and ultrasounds to do my IVF. And it was an exciting time for me. And that's kind of when it really caught hold for me that I wanted to create a residual income for my family, because sure, I was making great money typing and taking notes for deaf students, but it was like I always had to work. I never got time off. If I wanted to earn money, I had to work more and more hours. And so it became exhausting for me. And so I want all of you guys to stop and think where you are right now. Are you trading hours for dollars? And maybe some of you aren't currently able to work. And my heart goes out to you. I am so sorry. This is such a hard time. It's such an unknown time. And it's such a scary time, but that is part of the reason I felt so compelled to do this presentation on why doTERRA. Why now? Why now is a good time? Are you trading hours for dollars? Are you limited on earning more money? Do you have time freedom? Are you building someone else's dream? Or are you building a true lasting residual income where you don't have a limit on advancements? Do you get to pick your own schedule, and are you building your own dreams? So I want everybody to think about where they are. And, currently this is not the first time doTERRA has saved my bacon. I told many of you guys my story, but I'm still going to go ahead and share it. But this is my family. This was a year ago in Florida. My hit times have changed. Now we're like living in our house and can't step outside. We can go outside, but but this is a year ago in Florida. And, this is why I want a residual income, is I want to be able to take care of my family. And I also want to reduce the stress that I feel because of finances in my life. Because I remember 10 years ago when I started this, feeling so strapped financially. If someone invited us to eat out, I always panicked because I was like, we can't afford to go. We don't go out to eat on our own. We can't afford to go. And I didn't want anyone to feel like they had to pay for me. And it was just stressful, right? So, and I'm just going to show you real quick 2 instances where residual income has saved my life and why I have such a strong resolve to make this work. Because I will tell you, doTERRA is not a get rich quick thing, and you will want to quit. There will be times that are so hard and so frustrating, but it is so worth it. It's like parenting for me. There's times where I'm like, stop screaming, stop fighting, eat your dinner, clean your rooms, go to bed. I'm just so frustrated with my kids. But there's 3 times doTERRA's really saved me. The first time was actually 4 years ago when my husband was snowboarding. He loves to snowboard. We love the winter. We love the snow. And he hit a tree and broke his pelvis, broke his arm and some ribs. And he was in the ICU for a minute. And I just remember sitting in the ICU so grateful, because I was like, I'm not losing any money being here right now. I am still earning money sitting in this hospital room. My husband also has a residual income, which could be interesting because his residual income revolves around elderly people. And if that population becomes, reduced, which I pray it doesn't, it would affect his income because he does menu planning for assisted living facilities. Anyway, so I just remember thinking I was so grateful that we were both earning money literally sitting in the hospital. And then a year and a half ago, I was pregnant with a little boy and it was the pregnancy from hell. Like I had so many problems from day one. Like I thought I was going to miscarry, and then I had some bleeding problems, and I went and saw a specialist, and he's like, yeah, I really don't think you're going to hang on to this pregnancy. And I was like 11 weeks. And I did for 12 more weeks until 23 weeks when he was born. I happened to be on vacation in Utah. I didn't live here at the time. And I was in the hospital on bed rest for 2 weeks. And I remember thinking, I am so grateful right now that I am not stressed about my finances, and that I'm not rushing to get back to work, and that I'm not rushing to figure out, getting my husband back to work or FMLA or any of that. I am here focused on getting through what I'm currently going through, and I didn't have to worry about money. So I am so passionate about doTERRA being a residual income. And then this is just a cute picture that's a little more lighthearted, that just shows you a trip that I took to Kenya 2.5 years ago. And it was so much fun to see the good in the world that doTERRA does. And, many of these people are still going to have a job despite what's going on economically because of doTERRA. People are buying oils more than ever right now. And so, like this is a village in Africa. I think it's in the Lunga region of Kenya. And they grow ginger for us. And they're so used to being exploited and taken advantage of. And I know it's a breath of fresh air for them to get to work with doTERRA and have a company that takes good care of them. We don't work with the broker. We work directly with them. We pay them fairly. In fact, we pay them double the local wage. And we also do different charitable things around their village. Like we built a bridge so that they could get to school more safely. There's crocodiles or alligators, I'm not sure which the two, in a river, and they'd had some issues with the kids getting hurt. And we built a bridge. We built like a bathroom, not a fancy bathroom. Like this is like squat in the ground bathroom. I think I was the first to use it. I was trying to figure out how to use it. Painted their school, but just, we give to them, and then they definitely give back because they do so much. So residual income has saved my life multiple times. Like it has saved me. And the reason I like to show you this is because I know that there are times that doTERRA gets hard and that I'm like, oh, I want to give up on this, but I don't give up because I have a strong why. And I also have too many people to serve and too many lives to influence. So if I ever give up on doTERRA, I'm giving up on other people, and I refuse to do that. So I absolutely, oh my goodness, sorry about this. So I absolutely love residual income. And that is just a little bit of my story and why I am so passionate about helping you guys to be successful with this business, because I know that many of you guys need that you're praying for your finances to change. And I want you to know I've been there. And it was in different circumstances, and it wasn't in nearly as scary of times, but I've been there and I get it. And that is part of my strong why with this business, is to helping other people find success. So I want to tell you a little bit more about doTERRA, because there are many, many opportunities for network marketing. And there are as many that, someone was telling me, I don't like network marketing. And I said, you know what? Neither do I. We actually can agree on that. That's something that we have in common, is I don't like network marketing because I feel like most of the companies take advantage of you. You never know if they're going to stay in business. Is their product going to change? Are they going to change their comp plan? And doTERRA has been my first and only company. This is the first time I ever tried network marketing, and I've stuck with it, and I'm not going anywhere. I am staying with doTERRA because I absolutely love them. First of all, they've got an incredible product. I don't feel salesy or like I'm selling anybody because I fully believe in this product. I have no problem encouraging people right now to purchase this product, even though their finances may be tight, because I know what this can do for their family. I know what this can do to help support their immune systems and keep their immune systems strong when there are otherwise really not any answers or solutions. So I have no problem encouraging somebody to buy some oils that I know will strengthen their family's immune systems. Like it's so worth it. So that's part of the reason doTERRA is such a strong option, is because they've got an incredible product. And this is a product-based company. A lot of companies are very much so based on an opportunity, getting rich. It's the hot chicks with the Lear jets and the sports cars. And my husband was here, he'd say, what's wrong with that? He's joking, of course. But, I like that this is a company that their mission is to be known as the company that gets the most people out of debt. They've got an incredible product, and they've made it doable. I don't want to say easy, because this is not an easy thing, but it is so worth it. But they've made it doable. I didn't come into network marketing with any experience in this, and I've been able to hit the very top rank in the company. I've been able to be a 7-figure earner and help a lot of people achieve that same success. So doTERRA has made it doable. If I can do it, you can do it for sure. You know, one thing that doTERRA has going for them is a lot of network marketing companies, when you purchase a product through them, there's a 15% chance that you'll purchase through them anytime within that next year. So you can imagine if you're trying to sustain off that, you are constantly finding new people, you're constantly enrolling new people, and it gets to be so stressful because you're constantly replacing. And, you know, some companies do have some great products, but there's some that it's like, I just don't know that I need another, whatever it is that they sell. I don't want to call anybody out, but it's like, I don't know that I need to buy that every month. And with doTERRA, I am using these products on a monthly basis. I use several $100s worth of doTERRA products every month, and I love them and I'm passionate about them. And I love that they help contribute to our health, especially right now. And people are so aware of their health. I talk to a lot of people on a weekly basis, and people are frantic to find solutions. You have friends, each one of you has friends out there that is frantically searching for a solution to help strengthen their immune system. And you have the answer. And that's so incredible. So most, as I mentioned, most companies are selling leading with an opportunity, and they won't be successful unless they're finding other builders, things like that. doTERRA, we're leading with products, and the products sell regardless of whether or not someone wants to do the business. 90% of the people on my doTERRA team have never enrolled anybody. That's awesome, because what it shows you, if we've got such a solid product, that people are joining who never want to build because they want the product and they want the discount and they care about the lifestyle with doTERRA. And 1 out of 10 people is going to enroll at least one person. doTERRA is a very proven company. They're almost 12 years old, and they hit $1 billion in sales in a calendar year when they were just shy of 7 years old. They're the largest essential oil company in the world, and they're part of a $3.4 trillion wellness market. And I think that our wellness market may be worth like $6 million now. I don't know. I know that there is a lot of, I know a lot of people are very, we're spending a lot of money right now on healthcare. And there's a lot of people that are going to be without insurance, which is scary, right? So if it's just scary. So one thing I love about doTERRA is you will hear companies either hate us or love us, right? Our competitors. And one of the things they'll often say is, we get our oils the same place as doTERRA does. So doTERRA is actually now up to 96% of their oils they have exclusive rights to. So meaning nobody else can get their oil from that source. So we're 96% of our oils have an exclusive agreement with a farmer. We have incredible owners. I love our owners, and some of them I know very well, some I'm still getting to know, but every one of them is incredible. And they have done so much to help doTERRA thrive and grow. And we've grown in good times, we've grown in bad times. Like, it's a tried and true company, which is super awesome. As I mentioned with my prior picture of Kenya, as doTERRA really does change the world. They've created an economic stability in several developing nations, which is huge. Some of these countries, we're hurting in the US, and it breaks my heart to see people struggle and be scared and not know what's going to happen. And I come to you offering hope and showing you I can show exactly what to do. But some of these other countries are going to be hurting so much more because they're dependent on tourism or other things, and they're already struggling. And it's just nice to know that there are some, and it's just a few people, it's like not a few people here and there, but there are some little villages that will stay afloat because of doTERRA. And that's such a good feeling for sure. Okay. So I'm going to show you real quick kind of the income opportunities with doTERRA so that you can get an idea of maybe what you can expect. One thing I will tell you is that doTERRA started in a recession. They started in 2008 when I think the jobless rate was 3 million in the US. It was crazy. People were really struggling, and doTERRA thrives during recessions because I think a lot of times people get going, things are good, and they don't feel like they need another solution or another option for their finances. They're like, hey, we're comfortable, we're good. But when people get uncomfortable financially, they're looking for other solutions, other answers. And, a lot of companies right now have no idea what is going to go on. When are they going to be able to hire again? They don't know. Well, doTERRA is still a great opportunity, paired with the fact that people are desperate to stay healthy right now. They're desperate to find solutions for strengthening their immune system, and doTERRA can offer that. So it's the perfect time to build, because you've got an audience of people who need an income. Their family's income may have been cut in half or cut down completely, and you can help them with that. And then people are frantically looking for solutions to stay healthy. So I'm going to show you real quick, and I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about doTERRA's compensation plan, because I want to talk to you more about what we have going on and what I'm super excited about. But doTERRA starts with the rank of consultant. When you sign up, you are a consultant. That's somebody who's going to bring in up to 500, so between 0 and 499 PV, which stands for product value of sales. So it's up to about $500 of sales. Once you're at 500, you've reached manager. Once you've reached 1,000, you're at director, 2,000 executive, and 3,000 elite. So this starts to show you the average income of an elite and above. So just some guides to this little chart I'm going to show you is along the bottom. It is going to show you the average months to achieve the rank. And then it's going to show you the rank that you see each rank, and you see the average income per rank. Now, it is not, the two are not tied together. So the average elite hits in 3 months. The average elite does not make $365 right away, but that's just what all the elites in the company are making. If you were to average what they're making, it's $365. And this shows you the average elite hits in 3 months. The average premier hits in 6 months. The average silver hits in 18 months. The average gold, 27. And these are showing you, sorry, I'm trying to get this little thing moved out of the way so I can see okay. But this shows you what the average income is per month. I have over 300 or 400, I have not looked recently, silvers and above on my team. So a silver is somebody who averages almost $2,300 a month. So of those 300 or 400, you know, most are silvers. I definitely have a lot of golds. I have a lot of platinums. I have 30 plus diamonds on my team. That's someone that's averaging, you know, $17,000 a month. I'm going to have to pull this down because I can't see. I have 3 presidential diamonds, and then I'm a presidential diamond. So I'm presidential, and then I have 3 people on my team who are presidential diamonds, and I have like 4 blue diamonds. I should count one of these times. It's less than 5. I do know that, but I do have about 30 and above diamonds. So I have helped several people have a life-changing income with this business. And it is honestly very simple and very straightforward. And I'm going to show you exactly what to do. And we're going to start together on April 1st. So I wanted to get on every week, and I want you guys to tell me, you know, I think what I'll do is a weekly challenge, and then I might have 2 instructional videos each week, and I'll show you the group that we're going to do it in. But I'm going to have a challenge each week, and we are going to do a point system. So everybody who reaches a certain number of points each week will be entered into a drawing, and I'll do all sorts of fun things. And then if whoever wins, I have a really cool grand prize, which is going to be so awesome. I'm super excited for you guys to see what it is, and I'll announce that on Monday. But this just shows you the income opportunity in doTERRA. It is very real. Like it is, you know, I have helped people become multiple 6-figure earners in doTERRA. You know, I often get asked, how do you get paid? Well, you can do retail. If you're selling retail, I don't know if they have that listed on here. I don't think they have retail on here. You are getting paid 25% whenever you sell retail. But in doTERRA, we really do focus getting people enrolled. And that is somebody who wants to be a wholesale member. And the reason that I like that is because if you sign up a wholesale member, that is when you're creating a residual income, because these are people that oftentimes will order every single month, and that no matter what happens, they're doing their order, right? Once somebody is a wholesale member, this little rainbow wave is how you get paid. So there's several ways. Even when someone is a wholesale member under you, get paid several ways. This purple is fast start. So when you first get started, most of the money that you make will come from fast start. So basically what that means is you're getting 20% of anything that your new enrollments order in their first 60 days. When I signed up, I thought it had to be for 60 days. So I was trying to sign up everybody I know in 60 days. And then I realized, oh, no, it's not my 60 days, it's theirs. So I still get paid fast start people that I'm enrolling. I just enrolled someone yesterday. I'll get paid 20% of anything she orders. And I usually reinvest that back into welcome gifts. But fast start is a portion of it. And when you first get going, that's going to be most of it. This blue right here is going to be a structural bonus called Power of 3. This is on the job training. You guys do not need to memorize this right now or feel like you have to know all of this at once, because we will go over this over and over again. And, you know, if I've personally enrolled you and I'm working with you, I'll make sure you understand this as it goes. But this is a structural bonus. So there's 3 different levels of that. You can either get a $50 bonus a month, $250, or $1,500. So I've been getting my $1,500 for almost 7 years. And then this green section right here is what they call unilevel. So once that's you're paid monthly on team volume outside the fast start window. So you get paid 20% of anything someone's ordering in their first 60 days. After their 60 days is up, you start getting paid a percentage based on where they are on your team. I laughed when I saw this and I was like, I feel hopeless. There is no hope. There is no way I'm ever making any money in doTERRA if I'm getting paid 2% of someone's order. I will never, I'm not going to make it. Like I just can't. Like I'm not going to make $1 in doTERRA. I'm going to make like 60 cents. I make $40,000 to $50,000 a month in unilevel. So I was wrong. So basically what happens is where you place people in your organization, like, and you know, if I have 4,000 people on my 7th level, I'm getting paid 7% of those people anytime they order. So it adds up. And this is what the true residual income is in doTERRA. And it's very real. I'm going to show you how to make that happen. But this is where I make most of my money, is this green portion right here. And then you'll notice there's this yellow portion. That's the leadership. Those are leadership pools. So depending on the rank you hit, you get a certain bonus. So like silvers get a bonus of an average of about $150 a month just for hitting silver. And they get that bonus every single month. Golds get 5 times the bonus that a silver does. So they usually get about $750. Platinums get 10 times that bonus. So they're usually about $1,500 a month. Diamond bonus is about $4,000 a month. The blue diamond bonus is $12,000 a month. That is each month you hit that rank, you get that $12,000 bonus. And then presidential bonus is kind of all over the board. It's not as stable as the other ones because there's not very many presidential diamonds. And so what they do is they take the number of people in the pool and they divide the pool by the number of people in there. So the presidential pool ranges between $21,000 a month and $35,000 a month. That is each month that you hit that rank. So it's huge. Let's see if I have a quick question real quick. Somebody asked me if I enroll new customers and put them on my 7th level. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Absolutely. And I can do I have a more specific comp plan video if you want it. I just don't want to overwhelm anyone just on this overview. This is supposed to be a brief overview. So that's just a brief overview of the money opportunity in doTERRA. And I am going to actually put this link in the chat box so that you guys can look through it more without me scrolling through it, because I know it's really annoying sometimes when you're like, wait, scroll back up, scroll back down, scroll back up. Now you can look at it on your own if you would like. But this is such a key time to build doTERRA because people are looking for jobs and people need an income and people need oils. Like doTERRA cannot keep On Guard on the shelf right now because people are so antsy to buy it because of its immune supporting abilities. So it's amazing. People absolutely love what On Guard does to support their immune system. So they've had to go through and put a cap on how many On Guard products you can buy at a time because they would rather have everybody have one than 1,000 or one person have 1,000 bottles, you know. But people know that these essential oils are so good to support your immune system. So what I really want, and the thing that will serve you the best in your business, is to really determine the reason why you want to do this. Is it because you want to be debt free? You want to have a savings account? You want to be financially free? Do you want more time? All of us right now are probably like, well, maybe I would like to be a little more busy than I currently am. Normally it's like we need to slow down. And right now it's like, we're kind of thinking, I wouldn't mind having a little less time on my hands. But are you building your own dreams? Are you working on self-improvement? Financial planning and preparedness is huge. This is my third time in doTERRA that I have been so grateful for a residual income. The first was when my husband was injured. The second is when my baby passed away. And the third is right now. So grateful because I'm not wondering how I'm going to make my house payment. I already know. In fact, it's nice to be in a financial position. We actually own another rental home and I'm like, times are uncertain. And it's like, I actually own the home outright. So it's nice because I don't have to worry about what if our renters can't pay rent or whatever. Like, it's so nice to be financially prepared. And then doing what you love. Like, I kind of feel guilty having traveled beyond here because like not traveling anywhere, but in the future when we can travel again, being able to do what you love is so huge. But for me right now, I want to help people be financially prepared and have financial freedom because I know how scared some people are, especially on this call, that they're nervous, they're unsure. So I want to show you real quick because I don't want anybody to feel like it looks like a certain thing. You have to be putting in a certain number of hours a week or doing a certain thing. You get to do whatever you want. And in doTERRA, there's 3 pathways. The first is somebody who's like, you know what? I love those oils. I just need to make enough that my oils will pay for themselves. A lot of people start walking that path where they really, really want the oils to pay for themselves. That's someone who maybe wants to put in 3 to 5 hours a week, enroll a few customers a month, and they have a goal to hit that rank of elite in 2 to 3 months and premier in 6 months. And then you have people that are like, I'd like to supplement my income. I'd really like to be able to make my house payment or, pay for a family vacation or, really contribute to our finances every month. And that's someone who maybe wants to put in 10 to 15 hours a week. And then you have those that are like, I'm going to replace my income. And there may be some that are in this category right now not because they want to be, but it is possible. It took me, I signed up in January of 2010 and I was a diamond by June of 2012. That first year, I really didn't do much. I didn't know what to do. I did hit premier that first year, but I just didn't have a lot of belief in myself. And then once I hit silver, I was a diamond within, I think 10 months. Like that's kind of when I was like, I'm going to do this. And then 10 months later, I was a silver. So there's 3 different pathways. So I am going to show you, I'm not going to necessarily follow this Share Success program that's on the rest of this brochure. But what I'm going to do is I want to take you through the basics of building your business with doTERRA. And I want you, even if you're brand new, this is great. And if you're not brand new and you've been doing this for 10 years, it's still great because we're going to walk through the basics of how to build your doTERRA business. Those never change. You've always got to be enrolling people and educating them on how to use their product, supporting them, and then helping to start new builders. Like I've been doing the same thing for 10 years. So if you're brand new, this is a great time to start. If you've been doing this for several years, this is still a really great program because we're going to walk you through exactly what to do. So in the month of April, we are going to walk through the basics. We're going to walk through how to create a list of who you might want to talk to. We are going to share samples. I'm going to show you how to share a bottle of Breathe with a little sample of Breathe or On Guard or Wild Orange or Lavender with people. And then I'm going to show you how to do an event, virtual event, because right now our life is all virtual, right? I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to talk to somebody about the oils. Because a lot of people will come to me and say, oh, my friend wants to buy Deep Blue. And that is so great. Anytime somebody tells me, hey, I want to buy something, I like to show them how to turn it in. I like to turn it into a conversation. For example, my friend, she's actually an ER doctor. I asked her daughter to babysit and she noticed on my Facebook profile that I did doTERRA. And she said, hey, you do doTERRA? And I said, yeah. And she's like, and I said, have you ever tried it? And she said, no, but I want to. So when I picked up her daughter to babysit, I brought her a sample of Balance, which is one of my favorite oils that encourages relaxing. And I showed her how to use the balance. And then she came back to me and said, hey, I want to buy a bottle of that balance. And I said, I'm totally happy to do that. But I'd actually love to just sit down and chat with you just for a few minutes, just to learn a little bit more about your health goals and concerns. And I want to show you the cheapest way to buy it. And we actually got her to buy a kit because, sure, people want to buy one oil here or there. That's great. But I like to sit and show them how the oils work together. And I can show you guys how to do that exact same thing so that you can turn in somebody who might just want one oil into somebody who might want to buy a set of oils. So I'm going to walk you through every single step of how to build your business. And we're going to do a fun challenge along with each one of those little trainings that I do. So we're going to start from the beginning. So the first thing that I want everybody to do is I want you to come up with a why. Why do you want to do this business? In fact, I'm going to show you my website real quick, because if you want to hop on and do this before, so Monday, I'm going to announce the specifics of the training and the prizes that we're going to go for. But in the meantime, I want everybody to figure out why they want to do this business. Why are you here tonight? And the password to get into this is just my name, Jen Oldham with 2 N's. At least I think. So if you want to go through and fill out this form, that would be great. I would encourage everybody to come up with a vision of why you want to do this. We talk about having a why. Why do you want to build this business? Is it because you want to make your house payment? Is it because you want to feed your family? Is it because you want to go on vacation? I want you to figure out why. And doing a vision board can be super fun. I know all of us have extra time on our hands. So here's a little tutorial on how to create a vision board. But you'll just find this right on my Jen Oldham website. And you're welcome to even fill out this section of your name. What do you want to create with doTERRA this year? Why? Why do you want to do this as a business? And then when do you want to make this happen? So this is what I want everybody to come prepared with on day 1. So when we start on April 1st, we're going to go through the basics of how to get started. I want you to have the why. I want you to have the why behind it when you start, because I want you to determine right now, why do you want to do this? Why? And you can fill out this form and I'll be the one that receives it. And I may share it. Like if I work directly with you, I'll work directly with you. But if you have someone else that you work with closely in doTERRA, I may share this with them so that they can best coach you, unless you don't want me to, and just let me know. But I want you to figure out, what do you want to create? What kind of financial freedoms do you want? Is there a specific income you want? Are you wanting to pay off debts? But what do you want to create? Why do you want to create that? Why is it that you want to do it with doTERRA? And then when are you going to make this happen? So fill this out. And then if you want to do your vision board, that will be awesome. But if you come prepared on April 1st with this info, it's going to give more meaning and more oomph to why you want to do this business if you have this done, because you know why you want to do this, which will be huge for you. So I absolutely love that. I love when people say, I love, Marcia, I love what you had to say. I want to have the time to help my children have the support they need in school. This means working less outside the home, so I need to replace my income. I want to feel more financially stable and not guilty about going on vacation. That is such an awesome why. So I want everyone to dig deep and find a why. And yes, this is possible without a warm market. I mean, I am quite frequently told I don't know anybody. We all know people, and I can help you figure out who to talk to. And that's going to be our first step. So if you want to be extra prepared for April 1st, there's a couple of things that I want you to do. I need you to join my Launch Your Business group, because this is where I will do those trainings. And if you will request to join the group, if you haven't already, that would be perfect. And it asks you some questions. Just put in there that you attended my training. I don't mind people being in my group. Sometimes there's people that I'm like, I don't think they actually know what doTERRA is, requesting to join my group. If you have good intentions, you're welcome into my group. But this is where we will be posting our trainings. So every week I currently do a training. I don't know if, oh, here we go. So I announced our upcoming builder program. This is me without makeup and my hair up in a up in a bun, which is me most of the time. So I have a weekly training. So this is on Monday morning. I am going to announce the specifics of the training, what we are going to be learning each and every week. I'm happy to turn this into an 8-week thing, and we go through and do this through May. I am fine with that. But I want to do some fun challenges in the month of April that will reward you for putting in the time and effort into this. And really, I mean, I like to do fun little things here and there, but you guys, really what your motivation should be is what you're going to create for yourself and for your family. So make sure you join this Launch Your Business group right here. Monday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Time, I will be announcing the specifics of the program. So I'm kind of giving you an overview right now, and I need to get a little bit more clear exactly what we're going to be doing each week. But you know, the first step is going to be writing down the people you want to talk to and giving out samples. You guys can either drop them on people's doorstep, throw them in the mail. We'll go over that more. But if you want to buy sample bottles ahead of time, I would definitely invite you to do that. But remember, I want you to get clear on this before we go to start the training on April 1st, because I want you to know why you're doing this. Why are you here? And Grace, thank you for sharing your powerful why, because I know that you will be able to change lives. Grace says that she wants to provide an income for her family because both she and her husband were laid off because of the crisis. And, you know, I know there's people out there that are looking and praying for solutions that we can offer them. We can offer them. So I'm excited. Who is feeling excited about this training that we're going to start doing together? I'm going to walk through it with you. We're going to do it together. And I want to know who feels excited about it, because I'm very excited to have you on with me. I think that you will find that some of your family and friends will be more receptive than ever to getting a sample, because they want to find something that's going to help them to stay stronger with their immune system, right? So perfect. I'm so excited that so many people are feeling excited. And yes, this is a perfect time to revive your business. Absolutely. So join the Launch Your Business group, fill out this form, get clear on your why, and I'm happy to open it up to questions real quick. So I'm going to stop recording this.